Now, there are fears that China continues to encroach on Hong Kong, particularly when it comes to media censorship. Hong Kong Watch is a UK-based advocacy group. Recently, their website went down through some networks in Hong Kong, raising fears of mainland-style internet censorship in the Chinese territory. Benedict Rogers is CEO and co-founder of Hong Kong Watch and joins us now. Thank you so much for your time today on Ticker News. Firstly, what have you learnt over recent days following the website issues?
Well, certainly the website is down. It appears to be blocked. It can be accessed using VPNs, but otherwise it's blocked in Hong Kong. The police, from journalists who've made inquiries, have refused to comment. But I have just this morning received a reply from the chief executive's office to whom I'd written asking for an explanation, and they've said they will provide a further explanation in due course. They've referred by inquiry to the security department. So that seems to confirm that this is a matter probably falling under the auspices of the national security law.
So do you know at the moment, or do you have a sense as to what has happened and what is behind the website issues?
Well, I don't know for certain, but I assume that they have targeted us because of our work in highlighting the human rights situation, the erosion of freedoms in Hong Kong. But I don't know much more than that at this stage.
How concerned are you, though, that this has taken place and what that can mean for journalism in the region?
Very concerned. I mean, this is the latest in a string of incidents, the closure of the pro-democracy newspaper Apple Daily, the independent media outlet Stan News, a number of other independent outlets in Hong Kong, and now the targeting of a foreign advocacy organization. So it's part of an ongoing dismantling of Hong Kong's freedoms, and in particular press freedom and freedom of expression and freedom of information.
We were having a look at a story earlier today regarding journalists who have warned of chilling impact of Hong Kong's planned fake news law. Are you aware of this law?
I am aware of it. I think the Hong Kong government is still yet to publish details, but I share the concern, because I think the Hong Kong government and the Chinese Communist Party's definition of fake news, it pretty much means anything that they don't agree with, that expresses dissent. And if that's the case, that will be a very alarming further move.
Ben, tell us, where to from here, from your perspective with Hong Kong Watch? Clearly you want this to continue, you want to spread the news that you're reporting on, but how big of a challenge is this going to be for your group?
Well, it's a challenge in two respects. Firstly, the shutting down of independent media in Hong Kong, as well as the very draconian national security law that has made it almost impossible to talk to people in Hong Kong in the way that I used to. And indeed, most of my contacts in Hong Kong are either in prison or in exile. The few that aren't are keeping their heads down. So it's a challenge in terms of getting first-hand information and verifying information on the ground. And secondly, it's a challenge in terms of, we wanted to, and until Monday this week, we were able to communicate to people in Hong Kong what we were doing for them. And now it's more difficult. The website, I believe, can be accessed by VPN, and our social media is still active. So the real test will come, if they impose a shutdown on Facebook and Twitter. We're not there yet. But the banning of our website in Hong Kong doesn't affect our international advocacy. We'll go on speaking out for Hong Kong. It just means that our contact with Hong Kong itself firsthand is more challenging.
Well, keep us up to date. We really appreciate your time and spreading the word on what is taking place. Thank you, and we hope to talk to you again soon.
Thank you very much.